Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I might have bought the worst 67 Nova Wagon that you possibly could have bought. But before you get on me, it was for 650 bucks. So can you really be mad at me for that? Let's get into it. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Well, welcome back to the Daily Misfire. And if you can see in my glasses, the trailer's hooked up and it's currently empty. Yeah, so it's been a fun week so far. So I'm gonna walk you through the shop real quick and tell you what we're gonna be doing this weekend. So this is all hooked up, but first let me show you something. We are Jeep owners now. Yeah. How did that happen? I don't know. My sales manager at my work said, "Hey, I'm selling my 63 CJ. Would you be interested?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe." And I called my mom because she's always wanted one of these. And she's like, "Yeah, it was 700 bucks. And it's 100% complete. It just needs like a radiator. It needs some stuff like that." But yeah, I mean, this thing's totally cool. A little rusty and stuff, but it's totally fine. We can fix that kind of stuff. My brother already wants to put like a 50 cal or something on the back of it. It's the 4-cylinder, I think it's a 3-speed on the floor. Just cool little Jeep. So the thought is just get this thing running and driving and rhino coat the interior, repaint the outside green, fix some of the patch panels on the outside of it, and send it. And let's be a cool little tractor, drive around from, my parents' house down here to in town and stuff like that. Because the top speed is like 40 miles an hour of this thing. So, so that's the first thing that we've gotten this week. The second thing, I'm going to try to be quick because I got to go to work, is that guy right there. So, yeah, buddy. And also, it's fiberglass. Yep, that is a fiberglass 2-inch cowl hood from my Nova. I found it in Knoxville for 150 bucks. We drove and got it this last Memorial Day, so we got it on Monday. So there's really no cracks or anything in it, and I'm going to work on getting it on the car here in the next little bit. It came with the hood springs and everything, so my plan is to probably get rid of like the latch and stuff on the front of my car over there. Get rid of like the latch assembly and do hood pins on this guy, because that way we can save a little bit more weight and it looks good. So that's another thing that I got. And the third thing, I'm going to show you something else. So the third thing is a Chevy bolt pattern car, and if you can take a guess by the back of here, yeah, I'm getting another 66, 67 Nova Wagon. Yeah, I have problems. I'm going to get it this weekend. It was Abby's birthday on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Or no, it was Tuesday this week. It was her birthday, so the plan is it's going to be a long weekend trip. We're going to drive down tonight on Friday, and then we'll be hanging out in Charleston all day Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to pick up the car and drive it home. We'll bring it back on the trailer, because obviously it can't drive. So I got tires, we got a whole bunch of stuff to rescue this thing out of this guy's property. But yeah, so we're going to go do that, and we're going to line these guys up. I have an issue. Everyone needs to take eBay, Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever offer up. I don't even know. I just find random things and I bring them home. That's just what happens. So I'm going to go to work, and you guys will catch back with us on our way to Charleston tonight. So let's get it. Good morning, everybody. Well, the truck and trailer made it. Truck trailer's all locked up. We got in at like 1:30 last night. We had some slight issues with the trailer and the truck lights and stuff like that, but we got it figured out. We just drove without the indoor lights on the truck, and for some reason the lights at some point on the trailer just like went out, like stopped working, unless you had your turn signals on or your brake lights on. So every time we passed the cop, I just kind of breathed the brake lights. Oh, the fuse. Yeah, one of the fuses, it popped originally when we first left Asheville, and it was like melted. So we went to an Advanced Auto in like Spartanburg, somewhere like that, and got fuses, and it's been fine since. So we're gonna pretend like everything's okay. I had to fix stuff. I'm sure there's a short somewhere, probably in the indoor, in the like dash lights somewhere, but I'm not worrying about that. We're gonna go have fun. So let's go have fun. Ready? Tasmanian devil and guns. Really big guns. Yeah, this is a really cool spot. There's a whole military, like, this is from starting like the 1700s really, but it's like World War 1800s, World War I, World War II, Civil War included. And there's like 300 years of history for America right here, which is really cool. So we're gonna go look around. We got our Polaroid. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go cruising. I gotta put sunscreen on because, you know, whiteness. So, good lord. Yeah, stand by that for comparison. Had to do it. So this is the USS Yorktown CV-10. So we're going on a ghost tour at 9:30, but I had to get pictures of the car at sunset before, because this is just sick. That is just a sick shot. She's a beaut, Clark.
More like Eddie coming in with the freaking. God.
So the hood does not open beyond this.
And
it
the
is
back
stuck.
Doors don't close.
Yeah, the back doors don't close. These doors are fine. I think it has Bluetooth floors underneath the carpet. We don't have the... Oh, maybe? No, that's broken. That's weird. I wonder if that's electric.
Probably.
Because it doesn't have the crank or anything, so I wonder if it's a key electric one. That might be cool. This has a rear sway bar.
I'm gonna say so because the wire's underneath.
Oh yeah, well those might be trailer stuff too, because it has a hitch.
It has a hitch.
Yep, but it has a rear sway bar. It has the factory trim on it, which I'm gonna have to mess with that one and maybe see if we can make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Might tape that guy or something. But yeah, it's rough, but if you think about it, this is a good quarter panel. The trim's good. It has AC, has a V8 motor mounts, all the V8 stuff, rear sway bar. Has good parts, like stuff, wagon stuff doesn't, you can't find. Yeah, it has good light stuff, has this guy. We'll look at it more when we get home, but we got a motor before dark, so let's get on it. So, you're going to see exactly how bad this is and how bad I am at making good decisions. First off, I will say, this was less than $1,000. I bought this for $650. Yeah, so this wagon is 650 bucks. we went, I found it on eBay of all places. I messaged the dude for one reason. This thing has drip rail trim, and yeah, this is there because you notice these will just fly open at random. That's custom, that comes factory with Nova Wagons. So do the cordless tires. Anyway, these are Bluetooth, these are special featured. But yeah, that guy right there. And the last thing, I'm gonna walk you over there. But it has a rally clock too. So he had it listed for $7.99 on eBay of all places, and I was like, well, I don't want the whole car, but if I'll take the trim and some of the stuff like that, would you like part it out? And the guy's like, no, I don't want to part really. Well, I'll part something out, but you know, I'm not shipping it. So I said, well, I'll drive down. Charleston's only like a 5-hour drive. Like I go down and get it for that, because they legit don't make that trim. Like I can't even find pictures of this for sale anywhere. Like sometimes you see stock 66, 67 Nova seats, like the bucket seats and stuff for sale. But most of the time it's, you know, a picture from like WhatsApp or something like that, or like, you know, Cash App or whatever the other random non-Facebook marketplace places are. And they're like, you know, 2 years ago. So finding this, I'm like, okay, I need that, and I need some other stuff off of it. I'll come down and get it. He's like, well, if you're coming down, you might as well just buy the whole car. I'll give it to you for $650. And in layman's terms, I said, you bastard, yes, I will take the car. So I made up reservations and plans to get it that next weekend, and we went out and drove the truck and trailer out to Charleston. We had a good Saturday over in Charleston. We went and saw the Yorktown. We went and saw some pretty cool stuff. And then Sunday we picked this car up in Summer. I don't remember exactly where. It was like half-hour outside of Charleston. And then we drove home. Yeah, so before you get mad at me, for buying probably the absolute worst 67 Nova Wagon on the face of the planet, bear with me. There's some stuff here to make me seem less stupid. So before I show you that though, I'm going to show you my stupidity. So the first picture, the one picture I got of the engine was this one right here, with a little bit of light, and you're like, ooh, that's a V8, that's a 283. You can see on the head, that's a power pack head. Like, cool, that's really cool. Little did I know, this is as far as the hood goes up. Like, I try to push up on this guy. Yeah, that's not happening. And that's after I put WD-40 on the hinges like 2 times at this point, trying to just make them do something. But I mean, yeah, so I mean, it's a little rusty, you know. As you hear the waterfall rust going down. But so I'm stupid, but however, if I can get that hood up, which we'll work on getting that hood up at some point. Hang on, you're gonna fall off any second now. Yeah, if I can get that hood up, I have motor mounts, I have like the stock manifolds and stuff like that. There's good Nova parts there if we want to just try to put the wagon back together as stock as possible. It also has the controls for the AC right here. It even still has the original like aluminum placard for it. And what I was going to show you originally, it has a rally clock, which if you've been around on this channel long enough, you will have seen us go to Oregon when we were still in Northern California to pick up one of those for my Nova, because they're an SS only thing really, or an option that you can find on these cars, like this one did. And they didn't come in really any other cars. Chevelles may have the same one, like a 66, 67 Chevelle may have a similar one. I haven't tested that theory. But yeah, so the rally clock's really cool. The AC is really cool. I got another horn button. I don't remember if mine has a horn button or not. This is the same steering wheel I have in my car, and it's not that bad. I also looked, while I was looking earlier yesterday, they put a seat cover, like this vinyl seat cover thing, over, I think, the original seat, so that seat might be good. So we can totally throw that seat in the car, in the wagon for now, as like a seat to like get it rolling and driving and stuff like that. The glove box is okay. It has a lot of really cool pieces that are wagon specific and Nova specific that I need. Another cool thing I saw, it has an electric back window. So normally like they have a hand crank, like mine has a hand crank on it. This one is electric, so it doesn't have one. It never had a hand crank. It doesn't look like anything broke off of it. So you would just, I would think, just turn that guy like kind of like a Blazer and it would go down, which is really cool. We are going to ignore the moss growing out of the tailgate and the fact that I can just like poke my hole through the side of this car. Oh, we're going to ignore that. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. But yeah, so that's cool. It's funny, it had a hitch. It has a rear sway bar. I don't know if you can see back up in there. Let me see if I can get you in there so you can see it. There you go, right there. Yeah, it has a rear sway bar. It has Bilstein shocks. Someone at some point really cared about this car enough to repaint it and put that much Bondo and rust in this car. They probably drove the absolute crap out of it and it probably got super rusty and they parked it. And however many years later, this idiot bought it because he wanted parts for his other wagon. Another funny note is every single 67 Nova that we have on this property are all Merino blue. Yeah, just some random note. My ADHD, ADD, autism, just like, but yeah, so we have bumpers, we have another tailgate, which they don't make that. We have the drip rail moldings, we have the rear window trim, we have the old, the finished pieces on the back, like the wagon pieces. That bumper isn't terrible. There's a little haycock right here, probably when something, you know, hit it off of the hitch. Another one of those are good to have. Just a lot of good Nova parts that are gonna come off this thing and be donated to the other Nova in the name of speed. So that's kind of the plan with this. I'm going to work on getting this thing off the trailer because I need my tires off of it for my Nova, because if you notice, my Nova's tires are currently on this thing because I ran out of 15s and I couldn't find any others. So I had to use these to get this thing home. Because if you notice, those tires that are inside are the tires that were on this, and those do not hold air whatsoever. So I'm gonna get this kind of to a spot where I might have to put that tie rod on that side because it's totally busted. I'll show you. Yeah, that guy. The other thing that's fun, and it make this even better, so that's totally busted right there. It broke the brake line for the front drum, and I don't know if you can see where the arm is. Oh, that's awesome. Someone dropped the crap out of this car on the oil pan. I didn't notice that before. Look at that. Oh, it has power steering. I mean, I'm not surprised. I didn't see that before either. But look, it has the Ram Assist power steering stuff for this car. That's really cool. I mean, I guess why wouldn't it, right? But yeah, there's the joint right there for the steering and stuff like that. That's way cool though. Oh wow, whatever they hit really was not happy. It bashed it right there pretty good. That was a good hit. Whatever they did, it bent the whole bushing for the sway bar and the end link. That's rough. That's a rough time. Not a good day. But with that being said, I'm going to work on trying to get this wheel and that wheel at least going together at the same time. That way it makes it an easier day for me to get this down off the trailer by myself especially. So I'm going to have to probably, you know, do the Jesus take the wheel and ghost ride this thing off the trailer when I get it set up to a point where I do. Another fun note, I don't know if the rear end is locked up. I don't know if it's one of the tires. I don't know what exactly it was. It rolls forward totally fine. Like, it's totally easy to roll forward. Back, not so much. It did not want to roll back whatsoever. The dude, so how the guy loaded it, he had a slide bed truck, We loaded up on his truck, he pulled it up, and then that's why the car is backwards on my trailer, because he pulled it up onto his truck and then kind of dumped it off onto my trailer. And he had to kind of like jimmy the poor car off of his truck to get it onto my trailer, and it's here now. We're safe, everything's fine, we didn't die. All you people that say you can't haul a car backwards on a trailer, clearly you just never had a big enough truck, because as long as it's a light enough car, it doesn't matter, and you can do it. And the truck really didn't feel any different at all. So to all those people that say you can't do that or that's dangerous, I get it. You shouldn't do it with a truck or anything like that, or if you have a weird trailer or yada yada yada. But if you have the right stuff, you can get away with it. So with that being said, I'm gonna get to work trying to see if I can make that work, or figure something out to where I don't have to like hand guide that wheel down, and like so that it doesn't fall off the trailer as I'm trying to load it and cause even more damage to this rusty pile than it already needs. Because I know it's bad, but I still don't want to go around just breaking things for no reason. That's not cool. Because someone may need like this part of the door, or like they might need this right here or something like that, and you know, if you drop it off and break it, then they don't have that, or it might break a glass piece, or for all I know it might cave in half. I don't know. And I don't have a forklift to pick it up, so we're going to fix that and get it off somewhere in this sphere, because I need my truck, I need my tires. Yeah. Or I can just leave it on the trailer and put jack stands under it. That's the other option. Put the other tires on it and put the jack stands on the back tires and leave it there. That may be an option. I don't know. No, I'll try to see if I can. We'll mess with that, tie rod in, and see if we can make it work. If not, we can adjust from there. Okay, so I'm not gonna mention how easy that was to get off, because it's gonna curse me, but that actually was pretty easy. There's the Chinamanese part that came off. There's where they were yarting on this poor little thing. I got the crap beat out of it, so I gotta pull this side. Well, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna pull that. One of these doesn't look like the other. What side is this for? Oh, this is that side. I'm stupid. Never mind. This is that side. This isn't gonna fit on that side at all. Damn it. I gotta go back to the parts store. And I have to order this, so it's gonna take another day or two to get that. Unless I go into my inventory. I may have one. Let's see. Let me put all this back though, so I get my money back. Stupid idiot. I must have gotten the tie rod in the middle, not the drag link or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna find that one and see if I have another one. So as I started looking at the wagon, I realized it was really rusty and it might be a thing to get off. And I remembered I had this entirely separate front clip for the wagon back here. So I'm going to steal that guy and put him on the car, because it's not doing me any good out here. So I'm gonna get this guy off, or attempt to, and we will throw it on the wagon and see if it can actually turn as it falls on me. Let's not do that. Okay, so just in case no one's actually used one of these tools before, they're from Harbor Freight or O'Reilly's or anywhere like that. They're actually really cool. So instead of using a pickle fork, basically to, you know, hit a hammer and, you know, your own God-given strength to try to beat that out and try to knock that ball joint apart, all you have to do is put this guy in there, and then you tighten this bolt right here, and that pushes down on the nut right here, or on the threads right there. And when you add pressure to it, if I, you know, make it tight, you're not stupid like me, it should just come right loose. Ta-da! See? As it knocks everything apart. But see, I mean, it's super easy. and if you weren't videoing, it would come right apart super easy, just like that. What I sometimes do is I put a nut. I leave the nut on the top of these. That way it doesn't blow apart like that. So then when it pops, it doesn't go anywhere. It was a little bit better. But yeah, these are really simple to use, very easy and effective, as you just saw. Alrighty, well, we got this guy off. Yeah, that's a little rough. So we got that guy off. And the good news is the wheels turn and they turn together, which is the whole point of this, as I have to pull the door off the car. Is the steering wheel straight? We do not care. The point is the wheels turn, and that means I can get this thing off the trailer without killing myself or the car. So I'm going to get the trailer pulled, or the truck pulled up a little bit more. That way I can get the ramps and stuff out, get the truck up on its ramps, and then I'm going to ghost ride it off into the woods. Yeah. I don't know how far it's going to get, but mostly I just want those. Yeah. So, and then we'll put one of those on the backs at least, to just so I can drive the Nova tomorrow, because we have to go to a car show. Yeah, and I procrastinated and waited this long because that's what happens. So always something. I guess the good news thing about this trailer is it's kind of like a lift. It just sucks because it's only a 2-foot lift. Get me out of here. Okay, it's for sure in neutral now. That was nasty. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm breathing heavily. The slide hammer is out. There's a drum brake off, but yeah, that took like an hour. That was miserable. I had to get the slide hammer with one hand and a pry bar with the other. The pry bar got in on this side, and the slide hammer on like the access holes in the front, which are totally warped now because of how hard I had to pull and pry. And y'all didn't want to let go of your friend. I understand, he's pretty cool, but gotta let go, man. I just want you off the trailer. Uncle. Okay, now let's put the tire back on. Make sure it still spins, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully that's all we had to deal with. Look at all that crap that fell off since I've been banging on it with a hammer. I wonder if the hood opens now. It's better. It moves a lot better now. Maybe it would actually open. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Holy shit. I meant to do that. That was totally on purpose. Hey, look, it's off the trailer. Woohoo! Holy Lord. Ta-da! Oh. Damn it. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, actually. I don't know what to do about that one. That is very unfortunate. Looks like the Nova's not going to a car show tomorrow because it needs a tire. Yay. Awesome. Alright, so it is now Saturday, and this is probably the last day you're going to see us messing with this thing at all. As you can see, the hood is totally off. So instead of like bending it in half and like, ruining the cover that this thing provides, We unbolted it off the car, and now you get to kind of see what's under the hood. So I am like 99% certain this is a 283 just because of the power pack heads. I don't know if 327s came with power pack heads, but it is in fact a 116, V8 factory car. There's a lizard in there. He was just like went under there. He's under there. I'm gonna like maybe dig him out. Maybe we have lizards. We brought South Carolina lizards with us. But AC compressor used to be here. We have the alternator right there still. There's a power steering pump down there. Look at that condenser, or I think it's the evaporator or condenser. Look how bad that is. That is so rough. This poor thing. But for all this faults and all this like issues that this may look like and how nasty this is, the oil actually looks clean, and it has oil in it, and it's actually not bad. Like, you do the smell test. It actually doesn't smell bad. It's a quart low, but I'm not gonna do the vice grip, tasting it, because I'm not that kind of guy right now. But this thing may actually run. Like, if you put a hot coil to it and battery in this thing, it might try to pop off with some ether, which may be actually an interesting thing to try to do later. But yeah, so now you guys kind of got to see underneath the engine, or underneath the hood, I guess. But yeah, so now you guys got to see the engine under the hood that was, locking it in there for who knows how long. There it is in all of its glory. Now, saying as bad as this thing looks, and I'll have to like do more inspection and looking at this thing, and then we'll basically have to like put this one at some point, maybe this winter, put this one and the other wagon like side by side next to each other, and like take the doors off. We'll take glass out. We'll take the front. Excuse me. Well, we'll take like the front grill off. We'll take the front end all apart. We'll take everything off of both of them, and look at the bones and see which one of these cars is actually better. Because at this point, honestly, there's spots on this car that may look rough. Like, this looks really bad and the doors look really bad, but we have doors. We have that stuff. This doesn't, this is bad, but honestly, the other one has issues like that too. And it's, this quarter panel is actually better than the other quarter panel on that one. So if we have to like replace, maybe this piece and, fix this right here, instead of like literally replacing, whole quarter panels, whole pieces of metal, and it's just spots like that, and we like check things, and like that guy right there, who knows? This may become the car, especially if we can like go through it and check it all out. And if I'm being honest, this one would actually be cooler to put together just because it's a 116 car, which for the Chevrolet Nova nerds out there, that's a V8 car. So this is a factory V8 car, as opposed to that one being, I think they're 115, which is the 6-cylinder cars. And obviously that one's going to stay around. We're not going to get rid of it at all. But we'll definitely just basically see which one's the best, and then build that one, and then you have the other one to put together later. Use as parts, not cut things completely out of the car, not completely ruin it. But obviously these cars are basically, they don't make them anymore, and they're never going to make another wagon like they do with the real deal steel stuff. So basically we'll hold them around, we'll hold on to it, and down the road, 20 years, someone may want to build it. It might be us. So that's kind of the plan. I just kind of want to show you guys kind of a walk around, get it off the trailer, look underneath the hood and see that kind of stuff. This is also interesting too. I've never seen that before. Looking at this car, there's just a lot of really goofy things or different things I've never seen on these kind of cars before. And I also noticed it looks like it hasn't been registered, or at least safety inspected, since I think that says 88. So, doing math, it's, been off the road for almost 40 years at this point. So, it'll be really cool if that engine runs. We might try to pop it off and just see if it does anything. See if it even rotates. The transmission didn't look bad. It has a drive shaft. It has a rear end. Like, this may actually kind of run if you want to try to like make it just move around the property a little bit. That might be kind of cool. But regardless, no matter what we do, it's going to get our front clip, and might be big block powered. We have plans. So with that being said, I will see you guys later. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow along. We are like within hours of getting our monetization, so please do that. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.